Good morning, YouTube. How you doing? Another day, another dollar. That's what it seems like today. Man, I'm just so tired. I feel really overworked. Especially after yesterday. I had so many meetings after school. Oh my gosh. I mean, it's just like go, go, go. You know, we're working on this huge school-wide teacher thing where we're submitting an application for some extra funding or something like that, or accreditation. It's accreditation, not funding. And it's kind of a big deal. And so I gotta be writing kind of like a little mini report. We had a meeting yesterday and I had to get all of this stuff squared out, and I have to write it out today and submit it. And then after that meeting yesterday, I had not really a class, but kind of like I don't know what you call it. It's like it's part of our 301 program, and I'm on this committee, and so that takes a while to get through, and it's there's a lot of work in that committee. Oh my goodness, I did not know there was going to be so much work in that one. Oh man, there's a Volkswagen Bug, an old Volkswagen Bug. Nice. So I feel really tired. And I stayed up late last night working for my students, trying to get things done and planned out for the rest of the week and today. And man, this is my second mug of coffee, and it's barely helping me. Well, it's kind of cool. It's a Black Beetle. It's from Sonora, Mexico. But it's got a Spider-Man spider on the back of it, and it's all black. It's pretty sweet looking. You know, I always thought about getting one of those little bugs like that, because they're so cheap, and parts and engines and stuff for that are super cheap and easy to get, and you can do a restoration project on one of those for fairly inexpensive. And you know, the Volkswagen Beetle's not a very efficient car in its own right because of the way the engine is designed and how it's cooled and all of that. But the new modifications, the new engines and stuff make it perform a lot better. It's a real lightweight car, but the engine compartment in the back is super small, so it doesn't really make a lot of power. But you can make a decent modification on it. So I don't know. It's kind of an interesting car. I've watched a couple documentaries on it, and they stopped making that model of car, the Volkswagen Bug. I think, was it in 1980? There was some country still making it in 1980, and it was a car that came out in the early 50s. Germany came out. No, it was before that actually, because it was designed back in World War II era. So you know, late 40s is when it was really starting to pick up speed. There's a big Top Gear documentary on it. It's really interesting. You should check it out. But yeah, you know, this has been a driving show, and I haven't really talked a lot about cars. So I'm going to start talking more about cars, because you know, that's kind of like a secret passion of mine. You know, I love driving and everything that's related to it. I like road trips. I like driving to work. I mean, I guess it's always been in my blood. I'm not a race car driver or any of that, but you know, when I was young, my father and grandfather and uncle and my brother and I, we'd always go to the auto show in Portland. And so every year we would go. It was like a little family tradition. We'd take a Saturday and we would go. And I mean, when we were young, it was just about looking at the new cars and dreaming, you know. my uncle and dad would always look at the, sports cars and the pickups, and we were always just excited to go and just, let's jump in this car and get in and out and get in and out and get in and out, and then as my brother and I got older, it started becoming more about, you should really look at this car, this is kind of cool, this one's awesome, and then I started, going to like some of the other vendors and stuff and looking at the other like exotics, the classics, and it really became a fascination for the machine. And I love anything car related, and one day when I get older and grayer and more money in my pocket, I hope to one day to rebuild a car, or build one, I don't know, but I enjoy cars. I do one day maybe want to do some racing. I don't know how I'm going to do that, but I'm really interested in racing. So Mercedes-Benz, BMW, Porsche, anybody that does racing, hit me up. I want to race, but I don't got the cash. You need the cash to race, and I don't have that. I'm a starving teacher. You've heard of starving artist? I'm a starving teacher with a family, so that doesn't going to help me out at all. So, I don't know. Right now, the car I'm driving, it's, a basic get to point A, point B kind of car. It's a family sedan. It's a Honda Civic 4-door. I got it from my grandma. And, I've had a Honda before. I told you that yesterday in yesterday's episode. I had a 2-door Honda Civic hatchback, and I loved that car. And it was very basic, very simple, very easy to operate, very easy to maintain, very easy to fix if there was any problems. And I have to say right now, I have not had any problems with this Honda Civic at all. Now, it's got more bells and whistles on it because it's a newer vehicle, but if you know anything about Honda, they've always been about basic principles and basic things, to keep them simple so that they're not a flashy car. But they get the job done in a quality way. So, this Honda, I'm really pleased and happy with it. It's an easy looking car. Come on, guy. Let's kind of go. It's an easy-going car. It's got space. The only thing, though, that I'm really mad about is yesterday I broke my visor. And this thing this is what you use to block the sun out, and I broke my visor. It was already broken before, and it finally just decided to die. So, alright, whatever. But yeah, it's a pretty neat car. It's got a CD player and all that fun stuff. It hauls my kids and my wife sometimes when we need to go places. We took a trip to Orlando in it and back, and it did a pretty good job. And if you know anything about Hondas, they're not really fast. Most of their cars or vehicles have 4 cylinders. I mean, if you get into the SUVs and stuff, you can get some 6 cylinders. And I even think their Honda Ridgeline pickup has a V8, but don't quote me on that because I don't know. Now, where Honda gets to be a little more fun is their offshoot division of Acura. And I was in love with Acura Integras when I was growing up. And if you're my age and you were anything into the tuner scene, you knew about an Acura Integra. If you had an Acura Integra when I was in high school, you were automatically cool. A couple guys down the street that I grew up on, they had Integras, and they were always tuning them up and stuff, and it was pretty cool. Pretty cool to see. And I wish I could have had an Integra, but it didn't really happen. But one of my favorite Acuras of all time is not the Acura NSX. It is the Acura RSX Type S, and it's got to be a specific year. It's between 2002 and 2006. They stopped making them in 2006. They came with a 6-speed manual transmission or an automatic, but you had to have the 6-speed manual because that's awesome. And it was a 2-door coupe. Had a little spoiler. The Type S had a spoiler, and you had to get the navy blue, and that was the color, because you could get the gold rims or white rims or whatever. But man, that car, if I had that car, man, it would be so sweet. But unfortunately, at that time, I was just getting out of high school and I didn't have any money, so I couldn't buy one. And right now, it's really hard to find those. I don't think they have too many of those. And but that was the car to have. I really wanted that one. But anyways, this is Driving with Matt today. We're talking about cars. Let me know what's your favorite car in the comments below, and I'll see if I can talk about it, because that's pretty cool. Anyways, I hope you had a great day, or have a great day wherever you are, and peace out. Much love, much respect. Thanks for the support. Peace. Which button? This one.